All right, Maria Smith in Fairless Hills. We did her mulch in March. All the work today for this job is going to be in the backyard. It's basically an overgrowth cut back. So starting here, get out of this a little bit. So she's not looking for it to be like a complete rip out, tear out. She's really just looking for it to be kind of cut flush, as close to flush with the fence as possible. There is the big challenge is you got some wires running here. So back on this corner, it's pretty high, but then it really slopes down dramatically over there. So you're definitely, you can see them right there. You're gonna have to use a lot of caution when cutting. I imagine they're cable wires. I think those are your electric. Here's your cable. So just gonna have to be real careful that we don't snip any of those, and then also try to be careful when we do snip like heavy branches that they don't like fall onto the wire and rip it. But most of them aren't crazy. There's a couple big ones over there. So I'll go over there in a minute, but there's like a tree over there. I told her we're not gonna be able to like cut that down. It's too much into the wires. Basically we can snip some of the low branches, but won't be able to cut. It's basically a tree. And then over here you got like a weedy tree. I think we can do a lot of it, and I don't know about all of it. Same type of deal here. Most of the center you should be good to just cut it level with the fence. So anyway, starting here, again, we're just kind of cutting it, and you can leave the growth that's kind of in the fence. She's okay with that, but she just wants it like, you know, flush with the fence and then level with the fence. Now when you get over here, like I said, it's really a weed, but it's like a tree weed. But you should have an okay time because the wires here are pretty high. Trying to cut this as much as possible, but I would say get in here and start chopping like low branches, and then you'll have a better view of able to see like what can I hit, what can I not hit with the vine. Again, shoot to get as much of this as possible to get it as low to the fence line as possible. And then along the whole fence line, so you can see it's growing into the yard. Just want to cut it, you know, with hedge clippers or whatever. Just kind of chop it down to get it level with the fence, and then, you know, tarp and debris, all that stuff out of here. And then again, get into the fence. Chainsaw attachment will come in handy here, and chainsaws, probably more the attachment. But you know, we're looking to try to cut this as close to the fences here, close to here as possible, and then toss all the debris. Probably gonna have to jump over the fence and get some of the stuff that falls back there as well to toss it back over. But yeah, and then cutting here. Then again, like in this, you can see the wires up there. So just obviously pay mind when you're cutting. And then also, this one's a little bit bigger. So you just want to be careful when you cut it that you don't like completely yank the thing and rip wires. All this stuff, you can just cut it, you know, cut it level back to the fence. All this, again, ideally we cut it as level to the fence as possible. And then here's your tree that I told her we're not going to be able to cut. So you have a tree basically growing here, but what I said we can do is try to cut the low branches here, all the low branches as much as you can. You know, try to snip out that and get as high as you can. But again, there's wires like right there. There's all wires right here. So you have to be real careful that you don't smack one of them, because they're right through the tree. So definitely not gonna be able to do anything with taking this tree out, but low hanging branches. All right, and then moving to this side. So she wants the honeysuckles. She likes them, wants to keep them. Don't need to touch any of them. Even you got a little bit over here, you can leave that alone. You got some funky growth here you can cut out. Just, you know, string trim it level with the fence, but all the honeysuckles you can keep. Leave all this alone. You can leave all this alone. This you can cut out. Oh, I'm sorry. The honeysuckles you can leave alone, but there is like a weed, one weed growing through it, if you can kind of pull that out. And then this area you can just completely, same as the back, just cut it level to the fence, cut it here, get all that out of here, and move into here. So a lot of this she wants to keep. She likes like this vine on the fence. She just kind of wants it like manicured a little bit and trimmed up. So basically what I would do is, you know, string trimmer or hedge clipper, take the funky stuff that's kind of just sticking out and just give it a nice little trim look, cut here just to give it a nice flush. The top you can probably lightly cut it just to give it a manicured look, and then when it gets to here, cut it level with the fence, cut it back a little bit, you know, cut this back. But again, essentially keeping the whole vine, just trying to like level it and clean it up a little bit. And then that's it.